As a RuneScape player, you find weird and wonderful ways to train. Let's take magic for example. From attacking monsters to enchanting jewelry or even high alchemy items, you usually just craft or buy the runes you need and then just go to town. Not me though. In my current chunk, I have to reach 65 magic without any way of buying runes or crafting them. So how do I do that? Bandits. The bandits in this chunk drop air, water and chaos runes, all at a rate of 1 in 25.6. To get enough runes to hit 65 magic and finally equip my Dragon Hunter wand, the math said I had to kill roughly 70,000 bandits. Or do I? Between bandit drops, nature runes from the Hueycoatl and a lot of random events, I was able to reduce that estimate considerably. But by how many? Let me show you. Alright, I'm Jufinder and this is my journey to unlocking a map of RuneScape, one chunk at a time. Come with me as I start in Hueycoatl Gorge. Following the Xtreme rule set, I must collect all best in slot gear, complete collection log slots, make my way through completing skill tasks and face new challenges head on with the hope that I can complete my chunk and roll for a new one. How far can we go? Will I fail or will I succeed? Who knows, but we will find out because this is Chunky Geeza. So previously I was collecting all the steel items to just keep a hold of as a way of tracking kills and just kind of seeing how many I can get in the grind in general. I'm probably not going to do that anymore. Just because I feel like if I don't pick them up, it will extend how long I can actually stay here. And then at that point I'm only banking for herbs. So I am no longer going to collect steel items. We're going to mark them off so that I don't accidentally pick them up. And there is 55 magic, which gives us high level alchemy. Let's see how much experience alching all of this gets us, shall we? There's all the rune skirts gone. We are now sitting at a very pretty 4.2 mil. So we are now going to alch the rune scimitars and see if we can get to 5 mil, because I'm sure we will. And that's all the rune scimitars alched. 5.8 mil we are now sitting on, not including the gold from the bank. And a respectable amount of experience, not quite 56, but we're really not that far off, which is really good. Fingers crossed we get some more mazes, because the more fire rings we get, the more alchs we can do. And I would love to make sure that I can alch as much as possible. And unfortunately, there's the air runes. We've got 1 left. We need 2 to cast, so we won't be casting that anymore. So close to 56 off the back of that. 63 prayer. That should also mean... No? Oh, I thought that was going to be 101 combat. Never mind. We are going to continue lamping and using books on magic. I know I said in the previous video that we're going to be using it while we're at Huey and then we'll do Slayer when we're here. But I just want to get the magic over and done with. So we are going to use his book, magic. It should give us 56 magic. I don't believe we unlock anything at that point. To be honest with you... summon boat, but we don't have any way of using that, or charge water orb, so not really anything to unlock. We're on the infamous Bob Island. Where do we go? There's definitely a list for this island, but it's not the same one as we know. Much like the island that we all know, some of the things aren't quite right, like a fish-like thing. Anyway, that's the evil person fed in Bob, we get where's the magic experience, man? It's 50-50. 28 fishing though, I suppose that's not too bad. So I'm pretty sure I've got 4 loops and 2 teeth halves. There's the third, so that's 3 crystal keys we have now. 1,000 runes in chaos. Their runes are trailing behind, not even halfway to the amount we need for the amount of chaos we have. But they are picking up quite nicely. I'm still thinking about whether or not when I get to 1,000 air runes I should fire through and whittle that down to try and reduce the time it takes, but realistically it won't. So we've just hit 1,000 air runes, and I think what I might do to keep things variated is For every 1,000 air runes I collect, I think I'm going to go get 100 Huey kills. And then eventually when we get to 5,000 kills, we should theoretically have enough runes for 65 magic. So now I'm going to get 100 Huey kills. 4,100 kills. Unfortunately, no new rare drops, no new pet drop. So that is the 100 to comply with the 1,000 air runes. Let's go back to bandits, get another 1,000 so we can get 4,200 kill count. Maze, it's a maze. We've got a maze. Let's jump on the maze. 86, that's terrible. That's actually terrible. But I'll see you in about an hour and a half. So while I do that maze, I just want to take a moment to apologize for the video being so overly delayed. I'm in the future, obviously, and it's just taken so much time to get this video out and completed. If you have liked the content in my previous videos so far, then please just drop us a subscription. I'd really appreciate it. Like the video and just drop me a comment. I do read every single comment and I try and reply and react to every single one that I get. Anyway, let's see what that reward was from the maze. Maze completed. Inventory was pretty much already full. I don't think we got many air runes there, to be fair. Let's go check the bank for the fire runes. There was his camera. And we have 143. I've got 140 fire runes there. We had 3 before that. That's pretty good. It's not bad. That's already a good start to the next load of high alks we're going to have to do. So let's bank, return, and we are due. Oh, run, 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 run. Quick. Straight into a lamp. Beautiful. Cool, there's the lamp. Let's get that one straight into magic for 560 experience. 12.6k to go. Also, I love lamp. I also just realised, I think this is the first time during this magic grind that we've actually gone over our amount of chaos runes in air runes. Also, if you are like me, an old guy, that 1337 will mean a lot more in number than it will in rune.
Moving on now, if you do any online messaging, you know that some of the standard lingo is LOL for laugh out loud. That's an example. But do you know what NIFOC means? Or how about this? Or especially this? Well, teenagers know what all this means.
They sure do. And it's part of a complicated, and experts warn, potentially dangerous code designed to keep parents in the dark. 10 TV's Heather Pick explains how to crack the code to protect your children, new at 6.
82 hit points, no combat level, and we're halfway through to another one. So I wonder what level we'll get that puts us through to 102. That rhymes. It's time for a maze, and we probably got the single best spawn in the game, so let's crack on. I'll see you in 2 hours. And maze done. Took a little bit longer than the 2 hours that I mentioned, or however long I mentioned, because I've had to run a few errands. 75 runes ain't great. Unfortunately, 1,700 air runes is though. 213 fire runes is not bad. I would have loved to have more than 70 fire runes from that maze, but from 140 to 213 is not bad. Fingers crossed by the time that we get towards the end of our Huey kill count goal of I think about 5,000, we have about 1k if not more fire runes than that. And be able to do a lot of high alking because we've got enough nature runes to carry us through. So fingers crossed we get the fire runes too. Whoa, back-to-back fucking maze. Okay, well, we're doing another maze apparently. Let's fucking get cracking. I was going to do a bit earlier about how you can get back-to-back mazes, but I didn't expect it to be this quick. Let's do the log in, log out trick to try and get a better spawn. There we go, the exact same spawn as last time, or if not similar. I say that because the camera angle is not pointing towards the north like it did last time. But 96%, that's 96 minutes of waiting, so I shall see you in another 2 hours. If I get a back-to-back-to-back maze, oh, by God, that's going to be great. Second maze successfully completed. 120 fire runes. We've got 170 air runes from that as well. 3 minutes and 50 seconds until the next random event as well. 333 fire runes. The high alks, man, they are really coming in. I'm praying that we get a third maze, because the amount of runes we'll get will be insane. But I shall see you in 3 minutes to find out what random event we get next. What do we get? Oh, not a maze, but it's a lamp. That's fine. We want lamps too. I'd just rather have a maze for fire runes. 85 attack. Very nicely coming in. Who knows? Maybe this episode will get 90. Much like the previous episode, rabbits are now 2,042 gold. That's 133 mil for however long this price decides to keep itself up. Anyway, let's get those 100 kills to round it up to 4,200 and then get our next lot of air runes. Ooh, 86 attack and 102 combat coming in. We are very close to getting 64 prayer too, which again, much like the previous level, is absurd considering we're only burying normal bones. We are trailing in on air runes. It's taken, we've gone from collecting say 1,000 in a day or two to barely getting 1,000 in 3 or 4 days. So currently we're 6 days since the video last released come out. So in that time we've got 1,783 air runes, just to put it into perspective of how quickly we got the first 1,000 and how slowly we were getting this second 1,000. And your mum's a fucking fat bitch whore. I don't know why I said that. Hey, yo, look at this dude's name. It's Just Geeza. This is the grandfather, the OG, the Mac Daddy. Ah, yes, all geezers shall unite. Ooh, that is finally 3,000 air runes collected. I'm going to finish his inventory and then we're going to go get our next 100 kills at the Hueycoatl. Swear to God, that 1,000 has taken multiple days. It's been painfully long in grind. Oh, it needs to be quicker, please. This is terrible. Shit, that's not what I wanted. 4,300 kills has been completed. So we've been graced with the presence of Auburn Vale Chunk account, man. And we were talking about me probably being on the front page of Huey, not too far off. And as it turns out, I'm ranked 73, which, as we all know, is the boaty number. Pretty good, not bad. 64 prayer. Let me just get an update on how many bones that is for you. Yeah, so it's 90,448 bones to go from 1 to 64. Ridiculous. 83 hit points, 87 attack, 103 combat. Fuck you, Bob Dax. Fuck you, Bob, and fuck your flyer. I've been playing Roblox with the girls and I didn't realise I just hit 4,000 air runes. We're going to finish the last 4 inventory spaces and then, as we have before, get another Huey kills. Another Huey kills? No. Another 100 Huey kills. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to lose the plot at this point. Oh, the moment I have been waiting for. Let's read this tome of knowledge. But not only 840 experience, but 57 magic. Damn! There is 88 attack. No combat level, but just 2 more to go now until 90 attack. And I feel like I'm most definitely going to get it, seeing as we're nowhere near even halfway through to the amount of air runes we need. 5,000 is what we're at now. So we're going to go and do what we've done already so far this video, and that's 100 more Huey kills. And then at that point, once we've done that, we have another 1,000 air runes to collect, and we'll be halfway towards the goal of air runes that we need. So far, it's been 18 days since the previous episode was released, so I'm getting worried that maybe the next episode is going to be a bit late. I will try to make sure that it's not, but if you're seeing this, I apologize. It was late. Where's it going now? Oh, shit me. Fuck, okay. I just got another tome. That's tome number 5, I think. Maze. It's a maze. Fuck me, it's a maze. Well, that's me locked in for the next 2 hours. But let's try and get a decent spawn first. So let's log out and log back in until we get the crate just around here. There we go. That's the one we want. So if I click on this one, we should have lost... we still lost some percentage, but nowhere near as much as if we tried to run around to find the actual chest. But 95% is a very, very nice percentage to start with. 1 minute per percentage. I shall see you in 95 minutes when this is completely done and we find out what runes we get. I wouldn't have minded some more fire runes, but I suppose that'll do for now. 4,500 KC, and what's it for? Our favourite, ayahuasca seed. Because whenever I hit these milestones, it's always a ayahuasca seed. Anyway, back to the bandits. Oh, look at this. Oh, thank fuck for that. We've had nothing but back-to-back random event shit. And now we got one of these, brother. Let's fucking go. Maze has been done. Hard to think that I also did a score run during this time frame. Team viewer is a wonderful thing for that, I suppose, when you have to just click every minute. But let's find out and see what we got. Look at all of the fire runes. 110 fire runes. Air runes. Do you know what? I'll have to look at the footage to find out how much we had last time, because I cannot actually remember. But still, fantastic amount of air runes. We are nearly at the 6,000 mark. Oh, let's quickly go bank. But no, that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. I'll have to look at the footage and find out how much we had left beforehand. 225 air runes we got from that. That's ridiculous. So good. That saved me like a couple of hours of grinding just air runes. That's amazing. And we just got 84 hit points. No, I don't want the hide. I would like the pet. Yeah, so that was Huey hide drop number 9, giving me 27 hides. Yes! Maze! Maze! Yes! Fucking maze, brother. Let's have it. No! Oh! That was close, wasn't it? 4,600 KC down. So it's now time to go and get more air runes. Oh, do you know what? At this point, it's like clockwork. Oh, please. It's be a maze. I know it's not. It's going to be some sort of piece of shit spinach roll, but I want it to be a maze. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Maze. Yes, it's a maze. Oh, yes. More fire runes. Let's go. Maze completed. I made a marker beforehand. I made a note. 6,441 air runes is what we had before we started. And we end the maze with... Ooh, that is 160 air runes. I don't know why I made that noise. And 110 fire runes. Means I think we're about 635 fire runes now. Let's go and have a look. Right, I was incredibly wrong. I had about 605, which means we now have 715 fire runes. Great amount, lovely amount of high alks. Last time we did the high alks, we had about 1,100. So if we can get way more than that, which I'm absolutely certain we will, before we get to the amount of air runes we need, then that helps amazingly. It really will help. But we have got a random event in about an hour, about a minute and 30 seconds. So let's see if we get another maze. Do we get one on point? We do, and it's terrible. Captain Arnav, he's getting dismissed. Bye, mate. You fucking waste of time. I love lamp. So with this air rune drop, we now have 7,006 air runes. We only need 3,000 more to be able to actually start hashing out all the magic experience to get to 65. But before we go back to Huey, let me update you on some stats. So them stats, thanks to all the lamps that we've been getting, trying to grind out the air runes, we are now at 215,013 experience in magic, which is putting us about halfway to 58. We currently have 143 casts of high alchemy in the bank, which totals 9.3k experience. We also have 605 casts of bones to bananas, totaling 15.1k experience. And with the mind runes as well, we've actually got 296 casts. So that is about 5k experience, I think, give or take. So really not that bad, actually. We do need about 3,700 more air runes to be exactly where we need to be to get to 65 magic. So we are about 65% of the way through to where we need to be. Because we have hit the 7,000 mark, that is the extra 1,000 that we're going to get from this grind here. So we're going to return to Huey once I finish this inventory and get our next load of 100 kills. Fingers crossed that pet comes in, but it won't. 4,700 kills obtained. So this one bone is a pretty hefty milestone. If I pick that up and we bury this, we get 65 prayer. Now I say it's a hefty milestone because we've done nothing but bury standard bones. So how many bones are you asking? 99,873. That's how many bones it takes to go from level 1 to 65. I've buried almost 100,000 bones so far. I haven't checked my Bandit KC yet, but considering how many rabbits I killed, we must be pushing nearly 70,000 bandits. But as I said, I'm not going to check that number until I get 65 magic, and then we'll learn it together. 90 attack, 950 total, 104 combat. Phenomenal point of the account because 90s are always great to look at. We're now going to move over to strength, and I'm very tempted to ride strength out until 99. We'll see how it goes. 81 strength. Kill number 4,800. 200 more kills to go, and we really are close. I think it works out that we've got about 64 magic banked estimated, so we are super duper close. 800-ish air runes to go until we can come back to Huey. So, much like we've been doing this entire video, let's return to bandits and get them collected. I'm fucking terrible at riffing this. I tell you, just my brain forgets what I have to say and then I stop saying it and then I just dribble. 85 hit points, 82 strength. Oh, we finally got 9,000 air runes. I say it like that because we only needed like 800. And it's felt like the longest 800 in this grind so far. We haven't had a single maze. We've barely had any lamps. All of the random events so far have just been dwarves or Rick Turpentines or Cat Banana. It's just, oh, it's so terrible. Oh, why is it never for me? Why do I never get the pet? Soiled pages for 4,900. This is the point where we only have about 500 more air runes to collect before we can actually start magic training. So fingers crossed the next thing I give you is a magic level, because that'd be great. We are on the brink of a level for magic. 48 experience and we are 70 air runes away from 10k. It's actually been a day since the last video, so I spent all of yesterday trying to get air runes and I barely managed 300. So let's jump through this portal in hopes that we get magic experience, or if we get trolled for fishing experience. We're here, magic experience, which means 58 magic has been acquired from nothing but lamps and XP drops from random events. Now let's get 70 more air runes so we can start this quick grind of 65 magic. So with this last pickup, we have 10,003 air runes. Been a long old grind. I'm about 580 hours in, if I'm honest with you. I'm going to finish this final inventory with melee and then we start the magic grind. Right, this is how it's going to work. We're going to tag a bandit and then Alk. And then once they've died, we're going to pick up the loot and bones to bananas. Well, I pause this purely for one reason. And that one reason is because I think I may have miscalculated how many air runes I needed. So while I work out what I'm actually going to need, I'm going to go ahead and get some Hueycoatls in hopes that I get more nature runes. So it's at this point in the video where I realized that it wasn't 10,000 I needed. I actually needed about 12,000 and I miscalculated. So I just went ahead and got 64 magic so that every single lamp and random event with XP drops in the book would be much more beneficial. And yeah, I just had to suck it up and grind another 2,000 air runes on top of what I had. But let's resume. We got a maze. Let's have it. That was a fucking god-awful maze. Got 60 air runes. What the fuck is that all about? Yeah, you can hear it in my voice. Really not impressed. Jesus Christ. We have just achieved 66 prayer. Oh, and 106 combat. I didn't anticipate that coming in. But how many bones is that? Oh, Jesus. 110,279 bones. That's a lot of bones. 85 strength. 86 hit points. I love lamp. So after many lamps, many bob randoms, and many tomes of knowledge or books of knowledge or whatever they are called, we have probably overshot the air rune stack at this point, given that we have 1225, and it works out that we need about 980, I think. So I'm going to fill this inventory and then work on magic, because we should now be able to get 65. What I'm hoping is that we are on the lower side, closer to 980 than we are the 1200 mark. And then we'll be able to use the leftovers to go to Huey and get 2 combat achievements. Yeah, so I was like one inventory slot away from finishing the inventory. and then I got a gravedigger random, so I banked everything and just did another inventory. If you're wondering how long it takes to do one inventory, it's about an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah. Anyway, magic time. Ooh. Now, with this last one, maybe? No, with this last one. Ah, look at that. 65 magic has finally been obtained. Let's kill this guy, finish him off. Now, let's go and wield that dragon hunter wand. And with just one click, we now are able to use this hunter wand. Jesus, it's... to think this has been a long time coming, since like the 9th of April, and today we are on the 11th of August. I'm so happy. Doesn't sound like it, I know, but I'm so happy that we've got this done. And so, the moment that maybe you, but absolutely I, have been waiting for. On the phone, we have 574 KC. On the tablet, we have 1.59 KC. And on Runelight, we have 45,984 KC. 48,000 kills is what it's taken us to get 65 magic. I know the estimate was about 72k, but that didn't take into account lamps and XP drops and all that sort of stuff from random events. But I mean, nearly 50k kills just for the bandits is crazy work. But last thing to do is to try and see if we can do 2 more combat achievements before we roll our next chunk. So let's get it. So 116 casts. Not sure if that's going to do it for us, but I'm really hoping it does. The wand gives us 75% accuracy increase and 40% damage increase while fighting dragons. And the Tome of Earth gives us 10% damage increase as well. So fingers crossed this does what we need to do. Let's see. Oh my god, a 31. That's fucking insane off the bat. We've got this. We have to have this. Oh, tail is still bugged. Pretty funny to see. Is it a bird? And you're a wizard. Both completed. Oh, we've done. Oh, that feels so good to complete after all of this time. So good to complete. What do we have left? Just 2. That's probably never happening. That one's doable in the next roll chunk if we get a needle. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. I don't even know why I was worried about the death runes, but wand equipped, 2 CAs completed. Now is chunk roll time. So that one is completed. Recalculate the tasks real quick. That's done and that's done. So in the backlog we need the pet and 2 more combat achievements. Let's roll another chunk. It has literally been 4 months since we have rolled another chunk. But all tasks are now completed. Let's find out what we get. Shipwreck Cove. Do we have any tasks there? We do not have any tasks there. Let's see what we get next. And you know what? You can see me next time, where you get to find out where I am on the chunk map. Why not come and try and find me? Who knows? Maybe you'll see me somewhere. But for now, 65 magic is over. 4 months of my life is done. 636 hours. 48,000 bandits completed. Join me next time where maybe things get magical and a little bit twitchy. But before we go, I want to say thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, drop me a comment, have a guess and see where I might have rolled. But before we go, let's shout out the Chunky Geezers. Coming in at the Chunkier Geezers tier, we have Prifting. And if you would like to see your name at the end of my videos and have me call you out, consider hitting that join button because it really does support the channel. Anyway, see you in the next one.